Alright, check mic, check 1, check 2, check the mic again. Now after we check mic, we'll check Dave. Dave, you're checked. Johnny, are you checked? Are we checked up? Are we eating checks mix? Are we playing checkers? This is the one and the only Foxhound Show. Hello to my phonies, my mahonies, and of course, my jabronis. How are you lovely individuals doing today? We are in it for the independent stream of Independence Day. Let's freaking go. What are we gonna do for that? Man, I don't even know. We're going hard today, though. We are going hard. We're starting bright and early, 6 o'clock p.m. What is this? What witchery, what sorcery are we doing today? We going early, fam. That's what we're doing. We're going absolutely early, and we're going ham, fam. All right. I've been thinking about things, right? We got this shiny Excadrill boy. Let me go ahead and show you that shiny Excadrill boy, not in the box. What are you doing in the box? Actually, maybe exactly where we want to be is the box. Maybe this is where we were born to be. So we got Excadrill, right? We got Hippowdon, right? What if, now bear with me, what if, because that's our EV team, we keep them. This is our meme team slot. Alright, I'm theory crafting, okay? What if, for example, we actually used a Sand Rush team based around Hippowdon and Tyranitar setting up some nonsense? Also, I don't have a Gastrodon, though. Gastrodon is in the game, but I kinda needed to be doing other things. What is a really bad special attack, right? Not this. What could get a really, really bad special attack? And why I'm saying it is, what if, first off, is weakness policy in the game? Yo, Demon Girl, I'm wondering if I can set up weakness policy on somebody and go stupid. Oh, connection broke. Game broke. Reload it, run it back. Alright, let's go ahead and see. I am very... Oh, news. We got new news. What do we got? Any news worth news? No news. Get out of here. You ain't got nothing for me. What I'm wondering, okay, is if there's a way that we can do like Surf Zazu there to maybe trigger the old Tyranitar weakness policy or something, you know? Alright, what do you got? Held items. Metronome, Big Root, Light Clay, Zoom Lens, Iron Ball, Silk Scarf. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff here. I will grab the Silk Scarf for potential booming Noivern build eventually. Would prefer Throat Spray, but that's not in the game. Poison Barb. There's just so many good items that this game is missing. Mental Herb. It's not terrible. Cures Torment and stuff like that, right? Shell Bell is nothing. You mean nothing to me. And then it's just berries all the way down, right? Yeah. Lots of different... Okay, Scope Lens and Light Ball. Light Ball's only useful if you got a Pikachu. That Pikachu's always going to be kind of bad. Scope Lens... One stage crit hit boost might not be bad on something with Super Luck. Like if we were running non-Mega Absol. That's the problem. We ain't got nothing to do with it. Huh? No freaking... No weakness policy. No choice band. Just a lot of stuff. Alright. What if we did like... I don't even know, man. I don't even know. So the wall for pure steel. I like the wall. Very weak on the special side, but we can make it physically extreme. And then we definitely want our boy Mamosh. Oh, on the screen you can see the summary of information about the Pokemon as well as its titles. Oh, you can change titles too? I mean... Oh, is that just switching those? Can we alter your titles at all? Doesn't look like it. Don't matter. Alright, so we got Mamosh. We want an additional Sand Setter. We also need our boy T-Tar. Yeah, let's set up like a team, though. Let's set up like a team. And we got a Sand Rush Boy, Earthworm. Do we introduce Earthworm for an Earthquake immunity? It's not bad. But then we need something else to deal with water types. And Rotom Frost ain't doing it. Rotom Frost ain't not doing it. I wish I had something with Storm Drain. Starmie can't get it, I don't think. This ain't bad. Alright, Theory Crafting. I need to find that freaking Excadrill, though. Where are you, my friend? Where the heckin' did you go? Exca, there you are. Who stays home for Excadrill? Is it maybe the wall that has to stay home? That's the question. Or is it Corviknight? I mean, that's another Earthquake immunity, right? So we got at least two of them bad boys. Is it Mamosh? Mamosh does deal with dragons, even the ones that the other guys don't deal with. Raichu? It's an interesting thought because of the Grass Knot. I get what you're getting at, and Surf. Raichu could go physical and then activate Surf. You know, you're brilliant, Demon Girl. That's actually really smart. Only problem is there's no weakness policy. If I could lead physical Raichu, get the Surf to hit off on Tyranitar with a weakness policy, as well as hit the Dragon Dance, that would be incredible. That would be an amazing combination. But we ain't got it like that. I'm thinking, because we got Earthquake immunity in the old Orthy there, and in the Corviknight. Do we need the wall? The question is, does the wall provide a win condition that Excadrill does not? The wall can deal with Incineroar's Flare Blitz. Excadrill cannot. But Excadrill also outspeeds is the problem. And can do a lot with that. The Rock Slide's going to be very important, so you know what? We gotta have him in there. I don't think that the wall does enough. Not when we got Big Boy Corviknight to come in, and it's going to be taken about the same. Plus, it has a little better on the Special D. Doesn't need it in order to put pressure, and got the Tailwind support. Yeah, no, we go Corviknight here. So Corviknight, Earthworm is great as an Earthquake immunity, but I'm kind of wondering, looking at it, I mean, Coil into the old EQ is not terrible, but here's the thing, it has to be accompanied by Corviknight, because nothing else wants to take an Earthquake from this. Swords Dance, Drill 1, Iron Head, Rock Slide. A single Swords Dance up from Excadrill could end the game. The problem is, does it live having a single Swords Dance up? That is the question. I need to look up something. Hold on. Let's look up exactly what Mega Excadrill can do, right? That's our first thing. So, Mega Excadrill DB. Show me Exkas. Show me Drillbees. Alright. Throw on the Mega. Alright, Mega's got Redonkulous, good speed. Actually still slower than Sneasler, even with this, but needs no speed investment, I think, to be able to outspeed, and these are BSTs, best case scenarios. At that, right? At base 103, in the sand, it should be able to outspeed, even without speed investment, a full speed investment Sneasler. So, and that attack set is ridiculous. If we can manage to get a Sword Stance off, that would be incredible. Only problem is that, I think it loses Sand Rush, right? Hold on. What is... Okay, it's not telling me. Alright, show me Mega Excadrill ability. What is its ability? It's Piercing Drill. When it uses a contact move, this ability allows it to bypass defensive moves like Protect and Detect. So it loses Sand Advantage. It loses Sand Advantages despite having that redonkulous attack stat. That's useless, right? I mean, it'd be great if it were faster, but Sneasler just comes in and goes, "How dare you, sir!" and then smacks you with the Rock Smash. right? And then you're just done forever with close combat. And it ain't outspeeding nothing. Now, if it were outspeeding, it deals with it. Drill Run absolutely runs roughshod. So, we got 2 Sand Setters, 1 bulkier, 1 more hyper-aggressive. 1 anticipates the Incineroar lead, right? What do we have that has special coverage on this team, right? Nothing. We got nothing. Unless... Yo, but what if we ran our Tyranitar as a special attacker? Like, its special attack is respectable. It's not good, but it's respectable. Let me just look up T-Tar really fast. Give me a T-Tar DB. Maybe that's our mega target. Tyranitar DB. Maybe we run special Tyranitar. Yo, he's a special boy. Oh yeah, that special attack of 95. I mean, the Mega's got such big heckin' damage. What could I do? What could I do here? It's not going down to defense anytime soon. I could maybe get a negative defense nature, keep the boosted speed. But do we want to do that? After a dance, how fast are you? You don't outspeed nothing with Choice Scarf, and you get slower as a Mega, do you? No, you do get a little faster, but you're just still slow as can be. Maybe what we do is that we take this Tyranitar and we make it a mixed attacker. Give it like a neutral nature, and we keep the knockoff, we keep the Stone Edge, and then we go like Ice Beam for dealing with dragons, and then something else silly. You know what? I'm liking the idea. So mixed Tyranitar set. We got Earthworm. Earthquake might have to replace that with something. Because I don't love the idea of Earthworm having Earthquake if it's our Earthquake resist, right? Mammo can keep Earthquake. Hippowdon can keep high horsepower for that big single target damage. Corviknight's kinda set. So let's get items on people, right? Alright, first off, give an item to hold. Hippowdon's a big freaking fella, right? So lefties on you makes sense. Mamoswine. You are going to need what? Quick Claw on you could be halfway decent. Heat Rock, Life Orb, Focus Sash, Citrus. Citrus on you ain't bad, because you are all damaged too. Alright, T-Tar. I think if we have the Mega for you, then we'll just go ahead and give that to you. I think this is our Mega target. Oh, but we've got Steelix, don't we? We got the shiny Steelix. But we need the sand setup, don't we? We need additional sand in case something goes really wrong. Alright, we gotta buy that. Earthworm. You're big and bulky, but you come with your own sort of deal, right? Chesto Lum. Are they gonna try to status you? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, what reliably is status? They're gonna like Will-O-Wisp, maybe? Do we care about Burn? Burn doesn't scare me on this thing. The decreased attack does not matter at all, because we'll just coil into the body press, right? Let's go ahead and give it... Do we give it the crazy focus band? Is that a thing that we do here? Or do we give it some sort of resistance to fighting? You know, that's not a terrible idea. Or we go Surprise Life Orb for damage. 30% additional damage on this thing. This thing could be surprisingly dangerous after a coil. They're not gonna know that they're gonna think Earthworm is the defensive pivot, and really it's gonna be dishing out Life Orb Insanity after a coil. I don't mind it. Then what does it take from freaking Swampert, right? Let's see what a fully defensive built-in Earthworm takes from a Mega Swampert. So let's damage calc that. Alright, damage calculator. Just crafting some theories here. So what we want to do is see what an Orthworm, Uber Shedtail. It can also get Shedtail. I forgot that this thing does that. And it's got a reliable way of getting recovery by switching into Earthquake. Yo, are we maybe cooking here? Are we maybe cooking? Do we even need the Iron Tail? It might be best as a Shedtail mon. And then let somebody set up. That could be the way to get Excadrillion. Lead Orthworm and Tyranitar. People think Tyranitar is the target. No, Tyranitar is the distraction. Orthworm sheds tail into the freaking Excadrill. Tyranitar softens up the front line, right? With a Rock Slide or something. And then Excadrill comes in, sets up the Swords Dance, and just goes to work. And unless they got priority water, like on Aquajet Basculegion or Azumarill, the game's just over. That's an idea. First though, we gotta figure out what Swampert does here. Swampert Mega, right? OU Dex Rain Sweeper. Okay, Orthworm. After a coil, you're doing nothing, but a fully defensive Orthworm is actually kind of crazy. Only takes 27% from a waterfall, but most people are using Wave Crash. Let's see what waterfall does when it's not a waterfall, but a Wave Crash. Wave Crash. Alright, Wave Crash will do about 40%, which actually is well recoverable. So we could coil and Earthquake repeatedly. I don't mind it. I do not mind it. Only problem is that Pelipper's gonna be with him, but Pelipper's gonna be afraid of Rock Slide from this, right? Because even if Flippy Dippin' Swampert's faster, this thing threatens Pelipper, which means there's no double into this. It can afford to set up a coil. So the only thing that we gotta worry about is making sure that we can one-shot or two-shot a Pelipper, right? And get rid of water forever. Because the big thing right now, Sun teams I'm not worried about. Charizard Megas, and that's the only Sun that they get, unless they brought Torkoal, and our team stomps on Torkoals for fun. So, what would it take to two-shot the Pelipper? Because usually they're running Sash. Garchomp's Rock Slide would do a lot, and then literally anything else cleans it up, right? Yeah, Rocks from that does a lot. So I think we replace Stone Edge with Rock Slide, and then man, the problem with switching from physical attacker to special attacker on this thing means that we're gonna lose a lot of momentum on something like Pelipper, right? Because that thing is especially bulky. Physically, it caves in fairly easily, but specially, I don't know. That's the problem, ain't it? Man, it's too good to use Syndrome. First off, we know this though. This has to be Sash all day, every day. Focus Sash on this thing every single day. Corviknight is a big bird, but I think having ye old control of speed is more important on this thing. So Quick Claw could actually do some crazy things, and there's nothing here that if it gets Quick Claw first that it's gonna be a problem. Quick Claw on this actually makes a lot of sense, and then this we just got to get the Mega Stone for. So Ice Shard, Icicle Crash, Earthquake, Stone Edge makes sense on this guy. Slack Off, High Horsepower, Rock Slide, Whirlwind makes sense on you. Orthworm, we're gonna have to replace the Iron Tail with the Shed. This one is gonna do what it does, and then this thing's Drill Run is high crit potential, but we're not actually gonna be able to use that to its full power. So let's go ahead and buy T-Tar his little accessory. Look at that, T-Tar is such a freaking diva. We gotta go and buy him his freaking Oh my gosh, gotta buy him his jewelry, his bling, otherwise T-Tar cannot be must to show up at the fight. Yo, unless he's rocking the chains, unless he got the rings on. Look at him. Look at him. Yo, T-Tar always been a diva. Okay, T-Tar, we got your bling. We got your freaking bling. Alrighty. Wrong team. There we go. T-Tar, here you go. Here you go. Now stop crying. You look great. You're blinged up. You are blinged up. Alright. Well, at 124 speed, even though we're not fast, we're definitely outspeeding, like, a lot, right? Yeah, we're outspeeding a lot. Sand Rush, Mirror Armor, Earth Eater, Sandstream, Thick Vat, and Sandstream. I think this works, right? We got Earthworm to kind of answer Swampert a little bit. I wish we had Rocky Helmet in the game, because I would give that to the bird instead, but they don't got it, alas. But we got Tailwind to counter other Tailwind. That's always gonna be good. This thing is decent into the Swampert. At least it can get something else in the worst case scenario. The problem is I just don't have an amazing way of dealing with Swampert in one hit. It's got a big grass weakness, and we don't have a lot that can kind of contend that, right? If only this dude got a grass type move. Or maybe it does. Wait, what if there was someone that got a grass type move on this team? What if there were, though? Like, what if they do? Who gets Trailblaze? Can you get Trailblaze? Show me Trailblaze. Can you do any sort of Trailblaze hits? Huh? You got rocks, you got bugs, you got fire, bug, flying, rock, and then just nothing, huh? Fighting, psychic, dark, and steel. No Trailblaze on you. Well, at least we can change the drill run out to something else. High horsepower is inaccurate. Earthquake is accurate, but kind of mid. And then these are all special down here, right? Yeah. Yeah. Do we have you rock the Earthquake? Earthquake, Swords Dance, Iron Head, Rock Slide. He's making a lot of sense on this thing. Yeah. Alright, max power, adamant Excadrill on lock. Currently on a 5-stream streak. Yo! Nicely done. Okay, Bird, you're set up and we know you can't get nothing. Swine, Big Pig. Do you got anything that maybe we could swap out for a Trailblaze? Do you get any blazing trails? You do get it. You could be actually surprisingly dangerous. Problem is that you won't have a sash available, right? What if we give you the sash and then let you Trailblaze on them? So that's gonna do big damage on the Swampert, and you're max speed, right? 132 versus like a stage. Let's do a calc on that. What is Mamoswine's doing its thing? So instead of Earthworm, we got Mamoswine. Are you offensive? You are maximum speed, maximum attack, up against ye old Mega Swampert, which is maximum speed, which is 262 versus 259. So after a Trailblaze, you're still gonna be slower. That's a problem. But you can Ice Shard afterwards. He might be in Ice Shard range. What does Icicle Crash, Earthquake, Ice Shard not knock off? What if it were Trailblaze? What if Trailblaze, though? Trailblaze one-shots. Trailblaze actually one-shots. With Sash, this thing one-shots Mega Swampert. This thing actually could do it? Yo, young Mammo, the Dragon Slayer? Trailblazing? Oh, I like this. Means that we don't one-shot some of the dragons, but we get them into range, and the big danger is that Swampert. Okay, that's good. We know what you've got. You're fine. Corviknight's good. What about our boy, good old Orthodontics here? Earthquake, Iron Tail, Body Press, Coil. Alright, Earthquake's gotta go. And we will pump an additional point into the special defense. Earthquake's gotta heckin' go. A Stomping Tantrum, Bulldoze, Sand Tomb. Gives it bound status. Kinda need the power out of this, but Sand Tomb would be so good to stop somebody from switching, right? Because that just locks them completely out of switching. Like, you wouldn't want to trap in like a heckin' Incineroar, but there are other mons that want to be in to do their thing and then switch out. Northworm can stuff one. Like, for example, Lead Whimsicott wants to stay in order to set up Tailwind. We can Sand Tomb to prevent it getting away. But the question is, does Iron Head just deal with it immediately? Stab Iron Head off of this thing. Because Whimsicott is not bulky. That is a question, indeed. High horsepower works some of the time, every time, and some of the time, none of the time. That's the problem with high HP. Earthquake is just everybody, though. Dig is not bad, but it's too slow. Stomping Tantrum, we can't bother with. Bulldoze is baloney. Maybe couldn't act or its move missed. Maybe coming in with the Stomping Tantrum ain't terrible there. Because we coil and then we body press. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. It's just more reliable. I can't afford to be missing. We've missed some big high horsepowers, and we'll gamble with Hippowdon. We can't afford to gamble on Earthworm. Can't not afford to gamble with him. Alright, there is... Did anybody else need modifications? Would love to bring Lycanroc and Howl, which would be crazy work. I don't think we can, though. I don't think Lycanroc lives long enough to make that happen. Only way that we could do that is if we were running Dragon Dance on the Tyranitar and we didn't bring the Excadrill and just had this thing howl once to put T-Tar into position where it could just sweep everything. Which is just not gonna happen. Yeah, very situational. Alright, last overview before we take this team out for a spin. Hippowdon, lead with the lefties, ready to slack off, whirlwind out, disadvantageous Pokemon coming in, trying to stack up boosties. Mamoswine, thick fat, trailblazing, citrus berry, and doing his thing, ice sharding the dragons, potentially getting the trailblaze. First off, you need to be holding something else, which might just end up being the muscle band. Because our boy Mammo has to be able to deal with the Swampert. This absolutely has to be able to deal with Mega Swampert. No two heckin' ways about it. And Sash will let it do that, because it outspeeds the Pelipper. Full aggressive Mammo beats the Pelipper in speed and one-shots. Does it drain all of its usefulness in that? Yes, it does. But a Rain Team is crippled without a Swampert. Plus, when it's faster, it can Stone Edge the freaking Pelipper afterwards if it needs to. This makes sense. And no one's going to be expecting Hyper Aggression Mammo right now. Yeah, this works. The knockoff, the Fire Punch, and the Dragon Dance on this thing. I don't know. I don't know if this is the set that I want on T-Tar. Everybody else I'm fairly happy with, so just gotta go and adjust T-Tar a little bit here. 4 grass types. I don't think there's a grass type alive that wants to deal with Corviknight. I do not think that exists. So the question is, what do we want to do with you, right? We know you're going to be Mega. Dragon Dance could set you up to sweep. What could we do? Hydro Pump, Muddy Water Surf. See, there's the freaking possibilities, right? Do you get Smackdown? You do get Smackdown, huh? That's not bad. Even though it's low base power, that turns things like Electros into Earthquake targets. Smackdown will lock an Electros down. Yeah, Smackdown hits the Rotoms, hits Electros, some various things that we don't really want to deal with. Now the question is, do we want you to be hyper-aggression or not? What do you need to turn a Pelipper into dust? Alright, Pelipper OU Rain Setter versus Tyranitar, and then Mega. Defensive, Dragon Dance, National Dex. Alright, a Stone Edge just about does you in. Even if you're fully defensive, a Dragon Dance will definitely one-shot. Stone Edge almost does it from right here, right? Almost does it just with Stone Edge. And there is full attack, full speed. It only almost does it in. Huh. And that's from a Mega T-Tar hitting that thing? How chunky is Pelipper? Boy, is freaking... Alright, I think we have to go with the Smackdown here. And then... yeah, I think we gotta go Smackdown, and then Stone Edge is great. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like we need more coverage on this thing. If it's gonna set up and potentially end the game, right? Ice Punch would let it deal with some of the dragons and grass types a little easier. Blizzard, Ice Fang, Icy Wind, Focus, Superpower is interesting. Man, there's so many good options. Dragon Dance, Foul Play, Crunch, Lash Out, Assurance. I like SmackDown's idea of really setting up nonsense. It's gonna be really good in the things that we couldn't normally one-hit, but the question is, if T-Tar's on the field and it gets the Smackdown, right? Is that actually gonna help it capitalize on anything? The answer to that is a strong probably not, because then it's going to be vulnerable to its own Earthquake, right? And we do want Dragon Dance as a potential win condition. So Smackdown is good, but I'm not sure that it really does what we need it to, right? Thunder Punch is interesting, but anything that's going to get hit by Thunder Punch is pretty much going to get hit by something else on this kit. I like Knockoff, but I might change that to Crunch. Yeah, okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Alright, Ice Punch has utility. I think we gotta go with it, right? Where's Icy stuff? Ice Fang has less base power. Ice Punch it is, Dragon Dance, Knockoff, Stone Edge. Knockoff is great. I'm gonna go Crunch instead. We need the all-out damage, as much as we can possibly get. Crunch, Stone Edge, Ice Punch, Dragon Dance. Deals with even boosted D-Knight, and D-Knight's extreme speed means nothing here. The additional special defense from the sand will help. We rock the T-Tar. Alright. So now we have a Rain Team counter. These guys automatically deal with Sun quite well. I think we try it. Let's give it the old try out. Alright, set of 3. Let's see what happens. Ranked double battles. What do we want to do? Team 3 is our main team, but I want to try out Team freaking 2. Here we go. This is a team I think can deal with some stuff. And then we got the surprise damage out of the Earthworm, able to live a Wave Crash from a freaking Swampert. Now, in the rain, a Wave Crash is gonna do, like, most of its health. But if we got an Earthquaker out next to it, oh boy, there's a Swampert. I don't see a way of setting up the rain except for maybe Goodra. I don't see a way for rain but Gooey Boy. Now, I I think Annihilate could come out and do some nonsense too, right? Who do we lead into this? I like Tyranitar into a lot of this. I like Corviknight into a lot of this. Do I like Earthworm into this? I don't think I do, but I like a Mammoth Earthquake. It's vulnerable, but I like a lot of Mammoth Earthquake into this. Do we need a second Sand Setter? I don't think we do. Could Excadrill just come in and win this game, though, is the question. With the Muscle Band, EQ. That's the question. I feel like Ironhead does get some use out of stopping those two, so we're gonna go Excadrill and hope that we can keep our weather set. We don't want to let that Goodra set up any nonsense, because that thing will rain dance on us. It will be dancing on us. Yo, boy has a bunch of badges. Yo, let me get some of the badges though. Lycanroc is up first. T-Tar and Corviknight come out. We set up the sand. T-Tar, you are going to hard swap into... I guess you're not going to hard swap. You're going to Mega Evolve and Crunch into... what, the Big Pig? Get him nailed down, I guess. And then Corviknight, you can set up the Tailwind. Let's get speed control for the rest of this match. Now, the Pig is probably going to close combat, but if it does, I mean, it's still going to be slower than Mega T-Tar, I believe. It goes for the Crunch. It's big damage on the Pig. Low kick comes out. T-Tar's gone. About what I expected, but T-Tar did its job. It set up the sand. Corviknight can get the Tailwind set. Just goes for a Fire Fang. Soft. Soft as can be. Critical. That was with a critical? Yo, get that stuff out of here. Alright. Tailwind is running from our side. Softens up the ape a little bit. Then our boy Excadrill comes out. Now the question is, do you fear the Excadrill enough to justify it here? Or do we go Trailblaze on this thing, anticipating that you brought like a Steel type or that Dragapult in the back? Because this setting up now could potentially just end the game. I'll go safe. I'll go safe play. Big Pig, you're up. Big Pig, you're up to Earthquake. Should outspeed just about everything. Big Bird, you Brave Bird. With the Tailwind up, we outspeed. Okay. Interesting. Boom. Big Pig damage. Maximum offenses. Bye-bye, Lycanroc. Send you to the Shadow Zone. Annihilate Citrus Berry activates. It's not gonna be enough, friendo. Not gonna be enough. Big Bird with the big blap. Let's go, Big Bird. Yo, Sesame Street is a thing of the past. Big Bird exists for vengeance now. Thy name is Vengeance Bird. Okay, what do we got? Gooey Boy comes out. Swampert comes out. Okay, he's got rain here. We Trailblaze. This is what we were waiting for. He doesn't know the tech. He don't know the flippy dippy in tech, does he? No, he does not. No, he does not. We double into the Swampert in case it's got some sort of crazy sash going on. But he don't know. Watch him Mega. Watch him Mega. Oh, there's no sash on you. Watch you Mega. Watch you Nay. Oh, no, he doesn't know. He's gonna set up the rain, but he doesn't know this tech. Oh, coming at you. Maximum Pig. When I was a young warthog, it lives? Oh, it's got defense investment. Oh, that is not full aggression. That is defensively invested. Well, that's dangerous. Yo, it doesn't go for the big damage or for rain dance. It's just dangage. Okay. Well, Sash lets us hold on. Color me surprised. And then it goes for the Stornage into the Big Bird. Yo, Big Bird be living forever. Nice heckin' try, but Big Bird lives forever. Okay, Big Pig is super fast now. Earthquake into all of this. Corviknight, you just roost and get some HP back. Big Pig probably goes down to this, but Goodra is out of options. It's up against the world right now. The Earthquake. Corviknight's fine because it's slower. Big damage. Brave Bird might have handed it based on that. That thing's got no bulk investment whatsoever. Roost goes off. Big Bird gets a big chunk back. Just going for raw Fire Blast. Not bad. Not bad. Yo, this Sand Team, though, is working. Come on. Come on, let's bring it in. Gooey Boy, get some lefties. Yo, you're running lefties, but you got, like, no investment, right? Okay. Gooey Boy up against Excadrill. Did I give you... I did give you Rock Slide, but Iron Head is safe. I think you're gone to a single Iron Head. But which is bigger BST? Earthquake is bigger EST and single damage. We Earthquake, and we Big Bird, Brave Bird. Big Bird, Brave Bird. Let's go. There ain't no way that Goodra's surviving this, though, from a max damage, Sand Rush. Excadrill? No. No chance. Send them. Absolutely send them. Yo, can we get a W in the chat for our boy Big Pig with the Trailblaze? What did I tell you? What did I say? Alright, battle 2 or 3. Oh, Demon Girl. Once we're set with our triple set, then you've gotten a decision to make here. And I don't know if you want to do some research on what other people are looking at right now and what you want to see, but we got 3 game options. But I will present them to you after this match is done. Meowscarada, Duraludon. Odd to see Duraludon without Rain. So who's setting up Rain? Nobody? Zard suggests Sun Mode, but Gyarados suggests not Sun Mode. I don't freaking know what's going on here. I think we lead Tyranitar, and then who? Who do we lead into this? Because you could double, right? You could Heat Wave, Charizard lead, and Meowscarada, and then we'd be donezo. Because it would Heat Wave, and then this would go, right? Maybe we bring Mamoswine and Hippowdon as the lead, right? And really scare the Zard, potentially. Then we need another Sand Setter, I think, for this. Do we want Excadrill? It does deal with a lot. Doesn't necessarily deal with the Garchomp, but everything else doesn't want to see this on the field. This makes sense. Corviknight, you're staying home for this one. Duraludon threatens you too much. Charizard threatens you too much. Now, is this a Gyarados Intimidate lead? I really got no idea what this guy's strat is. What is your strat, my friend? Gyarados Charizard, so Intimidation lead. Okay. He does get the Intimidate off. We get the Sand up. Okay, so we're gonna have to deal with at least one turn of nonsense, right? Do we Trailblaze on you so that we're faster than the Zard if we live, and then Rock Slide? I think that makes sense, and then we can switch up if we have to, right? Charizard might Heat Wave. He might anticipate that Heat Wave deals with Big Pig. If not, then he takes a good Rock Slide on everybody, and I get to reset up the Sand. Big Pig should, at the very least, be doing something here. Yo, Gyarados is his Mega Target? Excuse me? Okay, I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. It goes for a raw Waterfall into the Hippo? Yo, I'm okay. I clearly have no idea what I'm doing. I'm crazy. Call me insanity because I had no heckin' concept that this was the play. Never in a million years did I think that that was that opening move. Okay, understood. Hippowdon's lefties activate. Well, now that this is a little faster, it Stone Edges the Charizard and gets rid of it. And then, I don't know, do we just wait for this to drop? We kind of don't need Hippowdon for the rest of that crew, right? Are you going to, like, target the pig, is the question. Wish the Rock Slide had gone off, but Stone Edge will deal with Zardy B. Goodbye, Zardy B. Maybe you targeted Hippowdon again. I really don't know what this guy does. Just goes for Hippowdon. That's fine. He thinks my Sand Setters are gone. He thinks he's dealt with it. Yo, you ain't dealt with nothing. You ain't dealt with nothing. Big Pig is coming out soon. But for now, Excadrill, you're up. Alright, what'd you bring in the back? What did you bring in the back? Arcralladon, huh? Excadrill comes out. Would be a great moment for an Earthquake, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be a great moment for an Earthquake? It would be a great moment for an Earthquake, wouldn't it? If I Trailblaze into you and let Pig drop to a Earthquake in the sand, I think Arcralladon's gone to 1, right? I think it should be. Gyarados has definitely gone into the double up. Yeah, because you got the speed boost from Trailblaze. There ain't nothing outspeeding Mammo. So Big Pig Trailblazes the Gyarados, gets it low enough that Earthquake deals with it, and then Arcralladon and Gyarados should be done to this. Yo, Arcralladon be living? How does that thing live max damage Excadrill? Stamina's up. Well, we're cooked. Was not expecting that. Man, it is still slower than Excadrill even after a Trailblaze, huh? Well, yeah, because of Sand Rush. Alright. Arcralladon's lefties are active. Alright, T-Tar, you're up. Do you outspeed with max aggression on the freaking Gyarados is the question. Because if you do, then what does it? Like Stone Edge? We'll see. Yeah, okay. Wasn't expecting it to live that. Really did not see that thing living a Trailblaze or an Earthquake from this thing. Wow. Yeah, that thing's fast. But then again, Tyranitar is slow. Nope, not gonna happen. Okay, keep that in mind. Arcralladon actually lives an Earthquake from freaking Excadrill. Of all things, it lives an Earthquake. Wowies. Can that be a team? All right, let me take a look at what you got while we continue the queue here. So you got Mega Charizard, Y, and Whimsicott. Yeah. A Garchomp, King Gambit, Farigiraf, Basculegion. I mean, it's not a bad team. King Gambit is always solid. You kind of got two competing ideas, though, going on in that speed control team setup. Because if you're running King Gambit, you kind of want to have Trick Room control that Farigiraf offers for those two. But then your Trick Room absolutely deletes your own Mega Charizard. So, and Garchomp. So you're kind of, and you can't bring a dedicated either slow or fast mode in that way. So that's a little tough. Oh, I gotta focus here. What are we doing? Cop Egregious Sinistra, you are basically everything here is afraid of T-Tar. And then who? Like, T-Tar or Corviknight scares a lot of this. T-Tar... Excadrill actually scares a lot of this, too. We could do T-Tar, Excadrill, Hippowdon in the back so he doesn't know what sand we're putting up. And then who deals with the rest of this? Also, Shiny Coppergregious looking great. I think Corviknight is our anchor, because we got a lot of ways of dealing with that Torkoal there. Who's setting up Trick Room? Potentially that Coppergregious, or I think Mimikyu can set up Trick Room too. Both of those two setting up Trick Room, either one of them would be a problem. But yeah, your team idea is not terrible. Did I stream yesterday? No, I was off for the long weekend. Okay, he's setting up Trick Room right off the bat. Okay, so Sandstorm kicked up. He changes it to Drought. But honestly, we're faster than everything here anyway. I think we Mega Evolve. We Stone Edge the Torkoal. And then I think we Rock Slide everybody, because there ain't nothing on this that's fast. Stone Edge into Rock Slide should finish off Torkoal immediately. There should be no way this thing is living this turn. Unless we miss, which is always a possibility. Sandstream activates. Oh, he went for the Protect. Cheeky Torky. Alright. Rock Slide goes off. Flinch. Of course. No flinches, no even hits. Yikes. Farigiraf goes for the Trick Room. Now, does Torkoal go directly into some sort of nonsense, right? Stone Edge goes off into Torkoal. We have to wait out some silliness, right? We switch into Hippowdon on silliness. Coppergregious comes in, huh? What are you doing here? I expected like Eruption or something to try to eliminate, but that's not what we're gonna get. What were you expecting? Another Rock Slide? Well, Stone Edge comes out, does okay damage, will be buffeted by the Sandstorm, puts it in the range of a second Stone Edge. So a second Stony Boy will deal with you. Do I crunch into this, or do I crunch into the Giraffe Rig and get rid of it, and then high horsepower into this, because this thing is full attack invested, but then again, so is that thing. I feel like I could do this instead. Crunch into that, high horsepower into this. It uses Helping Hand. What do you have for me? What are you gonna do? Big body press. Full defense body press? Okay. That was the play. I didn't know that thing got body press. It doesn't even have a body. It's a ghost type. High horsepower comes out. Big damage to Farigiraf, but barely. Okay. Well, the good news is that Corviknight comes into this and fears basically nothing. Do we do what here? Do we Brave Bird into the Farigiraf and then, like, Rock Slide everything? Or do we Whirlwind the Coppergregious out? Rock Slide or Earthquake? I don't know. I think we can Brave Bird. Yeah, I think we Brave Bird into this, and then we Whirlwind... No, we just... We high horsepower. Coppergregious is out. Torkoal comes back in. Sets up the Sun. Is getting ready to get high freaking horsepower, though. Oh, you fool. Oh, you fool. High HP comes out. Big heckin' dangage. Brave Bird comes out. How many more turns of Trick Room do we have here? We don't really got anybody that wants to do much with this. Body Press or Brave Bird? I think we can afford to Brave Bird and high horsepower the Torkoal. Uses Helping Hand. I mean, Torkoal is so slow. Uses Eruption. That's like half damage though, right? Corviknight is still gonna take an L from that. Yo, that Torkoal hits like a truck. But it should be gone to this. Okay, that's it. Torkoal's gone. There's no more sand for us. But I think that Trick Room should be wearing off very soon, right? Yeah, Twisted Dimensions are back to normal. Get your boy Excadrilly here. Let's seize back some control. Now, Girafarig, Farigarath, Faragarugaroo here could definitely set up a Trick Room again, which is dangerous. Sinestro comes out, huh? Gives Farigarath a nice boosty. Hate to see it. I think we Rock Slide. We don't really have a choice. And then do we Rock Slide again? Or do we try to push Sinistcha out? I think we gotta do double rocks and try to stop Farigarath from moving if at all possible. Rock Slide hits. Gets a little spread damage. Sinistcha flinched, could not move. Rock Slide misses the Farigarath. Things got Ultra Instinct. This Farigarath will not stop. Farigarath is flinched though. Sinestcha is doing its thing. Do we go for the double flinch again? I don't think we got a choice. I think we got a double flinch at least one more time. Or do we Swords Dance? No. No, we got a Rock Slide flinch again. Rock him up. 33% on Farigarath. Citrus Berry. Thing has Citrus. It's just impossible. Hippowdon dodges. That's neutral. Don't burn. Don't heckin' burn. Okay, no burn. Rock Slide goes off. Hits everybody. Farigarath is hurting. No, it got off the freaking Trick Room. That means Cofagrigus is now in play once again, huh? Of course it is. Big Hippo is living so far. I don't know what we can do about this thing. Sure. We'll Rock Slide. It means, however, that it could be Rock Slide flinched by Big Hippo. Big Hippo Technologies could Rock Slide them. Big Hippo Technologies goes off. Flinch. Flinch. Farigarath uses Psychic, trying to deal with Big Hippo Tech. Macha Gotcha goes off. No, no flinches. No. This one is a loss. Unfortunate. Yeah. But I mean, the team that you proposed, it's got great OU Mons that are very, very powerful. What could I have done different here? Ah, man. I don't know. Maybe... You know, actually into what he actually brought, Earthworm kinda does great, except for the fact that Wandering Spirit, I think, would take away Earth Eater. I think it works like that, where if he makes contact, regardless of whether we're making the contact or not, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. I think it would take away Earth Eater, and then it would be vulnerable. So Earthworm, just tough. Then again, this team is very anti-meta. Like, I've never seen the Cofagrigus come out. This is my first time seeing the Cofagrigus come out. Yeah. Well, it is what it is. It was a good match. I mean, the team is good. It's solid. It just, it didn't have a Cofagrigus answer besides Tyranitar, which it really didn't have a Cofagrigus answer in the Trick Room. Wish we had somebody that could set up our own Trick Room, just specifically to nullify other Trick Rooms, but anyway. But that'll do it for Pokemon Champions for today. Now, we're switching games. We are switching games up. Let's go ahead and claim our dailies and then switch up. So here are our options, right? We have Rune Factory on the Switch, which is a little bit older, the newest Rune Factory that came out, but it's got a good-ish storyline. I don't know. I don't love it as a Rune Factory game. It feels kind of like, almost like it's an entirely different game series. They switch things up to make it more of an ARPG than it was before. So that's option number 1. Option number 2, Monster Crown Sin Eater. Monster Crown is a retro-style monster, like Pokemon early days sort of thing, but with a huge fusion system. It's actually more like Dragon Quest monsters than it is anything else. So it's really, really cool. And it's got a very dark, kind of mature storyline. So yeah, that's another option. And then our third option is we also have Lumentale, Legends of Trey or something. I forget what it is. But Lumentale is a fully 3D, a turn-based RPG monster collector that is alinear, so just like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you can complete it in whatever order you want to, and things scale accordingly. So those are our options. Also, I believe Pal World 1.0 releases this week. Whenever that does, we will definitely be playing it. But for now, which of those 3 do you like? So go ahead and make your decision. While you decide on that, I will queue up one more game here. One last ranked battle. Number 3, that was Lumentale, right? Okay, then after this match, we go Lumentale. Yeah, Lumentale's the one that's been getting the most attention lately. Although I do gotta say, I do enjoy the new aesthetic for Monster Crown. Like, the old aesthetic was good, but they cleaned it up big time for this game. I will be covering all of these games eventually, but for right now, I agree, Lumentale is not bad. Okay, we got Intimidate Lead, right? Intimidator Lead. You could also potentially be going Star Raptor. I did not consider your boy Star Raptor when I was crafting things. Question is, do we go like T-Tar into what? Do you consider Excadrill an existential threat is the question. If we set up the sand, problem with leading Excadrill is that Arcanine could accompany the Star Raptor and then we're in trouble. What if we lead Hippowdon and then like Corviknight? It's gonna bait a lot of pressure, right? So a Hippowdon Corviknight lead into... Do we go Earthquake mode here is the question. Into Mamoswine Earthworm. I kind of like this setup. I know Excadrill is the obvious choice for trying to deal with that Star Raptor even just a little bit, but I'm not sure it could slot in. So yeah, Star Raptor is the nuisance here. Okay, it's Sun mode. He's absolutely going Sun mode, huh? Was not expecting Sun mode to happen. Arcanine's Mirror Armor gets sent right back to him. Sandstream is active. Zard's probably gonna go full craziness, right? Do I Rock Slide into this and then switch to Earthworm, or do I Earthquake anticipating the slot might get Heat Waved? Or do I go Corviknight Tailwind, hoping that it lives something? That is the question, isn't it? Mamo has the Sash. I'll throw Mamo in. Mamo has the Sash, and then we can set up the Sand again. Zardy sets up the Sun. We know Zardy has the power of the Sun going for him. Arcanine is kind of neutered right now, so I'm not super worried about that thing. Heat Wave comes off. It's double Heat Wave? It's special Arcanine? Okay, well, crit didn't necessarily matter. Hippowdon avoids the attack, that definitely does. Okay, Mamoswine is gone. I was not expecting double special there. Rock Slide. Charizard, of course, the one that the attack needed to hit, does not hit. Well, that Arcanine is bulky. That is a special bulky Arcanine Tails. Woof. Okay, how do we deal with this? I don't think we do. I don't think we can deal the double special. If it were physical and special, that would be one thing. This thing is not, though. I think we're done. I think this absolutely scoops us immediately. I was not anticipating this level of hyper-aggression to come right off the freaking gate. Yeah, I don't think we got a chance here. We can high horsepower into our own Earthworm. And then do what? Coil? None of that's gonna matter. No. We got a scoop. Unfortunately, there ain't no winning that one. Ain't not winning that one. Yeah, there was no chance. Double special was not what I was expecting there. Double special, double heat wave. Double dipping. Tyranitar works so good there, but I had no way of knowing that was going to be the lead. I never would have guessed double special lead immediately. That surprises me. I don't want to go off on 3 wins, 1 loss. We do one more. Yo, that sucked. I was not expecting double fire sun lead into the double express train of damage. That's what goes to show me. Should have brought T-Tar. Should have called Soul. Yeah. That was a problem. T-Tar would have been perfect there because it leads. It could have mega'd on the anticipated shift. What do you do here? T-Tar Excadrill looks incredible into all this for the most part. And then Corviknight for the Earthquake immunity. And then Mamo to potentially deal with the Whimsicott and the Garchomp. I like this. I like our odds into this team. I think that the hyper aggression lead makes a lot of sense here. Depends on what they lead, but I'm pretty sure we lead off great. If it's the Sneasler, we switch modes real fast into Corviknight comes in, lets Excadrill just rip Earthquakes for days. Tyranitar changes the weather back if it's gotta. Blizzard is no longer 100% accurate. Now, what does he like into this team? Is the question. He likes Whimsicott into just about everything here, except for, you know, the fact that it gets one-tapped by Corviknight and Excadrill. But I don't think he's that concerned about it, as long as it can get its tailwind off. He likes Garchomp into most of this, except for Big Pig. And Corviknight kind of stalls it, but it's not super afraid of Corviknight. Does he like the Hisuian Arcanine for the Intimidate? But it's probably Rockhead. Don't know. That one's tough. Let's see if we can even out all these losses with a victory. Whimsicott and King Gambit come out. Not exactly the lead that I was expecting, but T-Tar and Excadrill do offer solutions here, right? Now, when we see King Gambit here, I think the option that we go with is we go what? Do we Mega and then attack you, or do we switch to Corviknight? And I think the answer is always we switch to Corviknight, and we just raw Earthquake here. Corviknight comes out, threatens everything that's currently on the field, and that Earthquake will bring Gambit down to Sash. Tailwind is not fast enough. It's not fast enough. Excadrill goes off. Go off, my friend. Lapped. It lives? How bulky is this thing? King's Gambit goes for what? Low kick? Oh, my friend. Oh, my dear friend. Not quite enough. Not quite a flippy flip enough. Now, if Whimsicott has after you, that could be a little dangerous, but Excadrill still outspeeds everything, right? So what do we want to do here? Corviknight, set up our own Tailwind. We need speed control back, and you can just Earthquake again. Oh, baby. Yeah. It's getting late. It's only 7:10. It's not getting that late. But yeah, I'm going to switch games to Lumentail after this match. Win or lose. You go for the Protect. Is it a double Protect? It is not a double Protect. Why? Why are you specifically just protecting the Whimsicott? What does this thing have for me that I'm not seeing? Is it like Garchomp that's in next and you want Whimsicott to be next to that? But like, why? Rock Slide is fine here, depending on what comes in. Iron Head is preferable. What do you got for me? Come on, show me. Show me the freaking Monet. Sneasler. After a Tailwind, is this thing faster? I think we got a Brave Bird into Earthquake here. Sneasler's so dang dangerous, but I think we're faster in Sand. I think with Sand Rush, even after a Tailwind, I don't think Sneasler's beating us. Yeah, because that's only plus half. We are moving at double thanks to Sand Rush. Oh, it doesn't even matter? Freaking Corviknight says, we refuse. We refuse to lose. Arcanine Tails comes out. It's done to an Earthquake. It's quad. Oh, he wasn't expecting Big Bird. Big Bird said, I've had enough of losing. Big Bird said, no, not on my street. Let me tell you how to get to KO Street. We done with Sesame. Oh, you've had it, friend. Big dangage. Arcanine left on 1 HP thanks to the Sash. It's not enough, my friend. It's not enough. And that's game. What did I say? Against certain team comps, this team is indestructible, my friend. In the freaking structabilities. And we get our rank back. Nicely done. Okay. That's the end of Pokemon Champions for the time being. So let's go ahead and switch gears. Let's go ahead and heckin' switch up our Girionis here. Let's see. So we need to open ye old Steamons. Come on, Steams. Let's see what you got, Steam Demons. Steamin' Demons coming at you. All right. Now what we're looking for is ye old Lumentail Memories of Trey. That's right. Not to be confused with Luma Island Memories of Absolutely Nothing. Luma Island's terrible. I know a lot of people ended up liking that game. Luma Island is just awful, if you ask me. Just heckin' awful. Alright. Now, I gotta make sure game capture works on this bad boy. I played around with it just a little bit, but we shall see how that works. It is full 3D. Shouldn't be all that intense of a game to try to run. It is new, though, so we'll have to test it out in 2 different modes on stream. So, Demon Girl, hang in there. Help me test this out. Alright. We're gonna switch from Elgato to game capture, and the game capture is going to show me Lumentail. Memories of Trabian. There we are. Okay. So the game capture, I don't believe there's any sound in this initial menu. So, okay. And then we accept the end user license agreement. We do have background music now. Let's make sure it's registering. All right. You're a bit quiet. I have you turned all the way up and it's quiet. My mic settings haven't changed. And, hold on, I'll peep the old stream in the background and see how I am on the old headphones. Give me just one moment here. Just in uno memento. Yeah, it sounds fine. Game is quiet, but that's because I got it minimized. It's only gonna show up in the in ye old big box. Okay, so I'm gonna drag over one window over here so I can make sure that the audio is indeed working. Okay, there we go. We do have game capture. Ladies and gentlemen, we have game capture. So that's good. Next little bit is that, the game couldn't play its audio while I was minimized, so should be good now. You should be able to hear the game, you should be able to hear me, and we should be able to lumen this tail, my friends. Should be illuminating the tails like crazy. So let me get my ye old controller set up real fast. Just give me a real quick second to beat this. Where is you? So, everything else working though. Is everything else heckin' working? Alright, let's see what we're looking at here. We have controls. We got controller controls, very controlling. I think we should be good to go. So, tell me if we got any frame skipping in the intro. The land of Talier. Talier is a vast region primarily inhabited by Animon, creatures of unknown origin. Once the combined efforts of humans and Animon led to the rise of a great and prosperous empire. However, due to internal conflict, that empire fell and is now a thing of the past. After the Great Clash, Talia's people split into north and south, each side harboring resentment toward others and renouncing all ties. Okay, give me just 1 second. I'm gonna pause the stream for just a minute. I gotta switch over the ye old freaking stream stuff. So just a moment, don't go anywhere. I gotta pause the stream. I'll be right back after I change the settings. Don't go anywhere. I'll know if you do. I'm watching. I'm absolutely watching. I'll get you. I know where you are. Yes, for the moment.